so obsessed. I want to chop your kwabi.
Tip number 6 is emotional intelligence. It is highly feminine and extremely attractive for a woman to be aware of her own emotions, be able to remain calm in situations, and know how to figure out her feelings and others' feelings. Just being empathetic towards others, really being a nurturing woman really is all about being feminine and what a woman is being about. So when you notice someone, down, or you are yourself is down, it's really attractive and feminine for you to be like, I feel this way and I want to explain to that person why I feel this way, instead of just blowing up or not really know how to manage your own emotions.
Dear woman, you deserve love without struggle. You deserve romantic, fairy tale kind of love. You deserve beautiful flowers with poetic notes attached. You deserve to hold hands and watch the night sky. You deserve endless amounts of laughter and affection. You deserve walking on the beach and holding hands. You deserve traveling the world and experiencing new sights and new places. You deserve love without struggling or suffering. You deserve it all.
I think the biggest misconception is that I'm a bitch, maybe, if people think that.
Now, why do they think that? Why do you...
Because I'm just like you. I have standards. You have a way that you want to run your business. I have standards. I have a way that I think works. I request that in my presence. And when a woman is in that position and strong about her needs and how she wants it done, then the information coming back might be, that's a bitch,
When a man asks you what you bring to the table, what did you just hear him say?
Ideally, a man is already supposed to own a table before he approaches a woman, and that table is supposed to be flowing with milk and honey for the woman of his dreams to come and enjoy. So right from the beginning, that question lets me know that this man ain't got shit to offer me. Because what was the basis of your attraction to me? Why were you attracted to me in the first place, approached me, and initiated contact? I have never asked the man what he brings to the table because I know exactly what I want, and I make my own observations from the first few encounters, from the first few interactions, first few phone calls, first few dates, first few hours of talking. I can already make my own observations, and I can determine for myself if this is worth my time. So if you, a man, if you need me to verbally tell you what my value is and the value I have to bring into your life, it lets me know that you do not know who you are, you don't know what you want, and you don't have the level of critical thinking abilities I desire in a partner. And that is why I regard that question a stupid one. Kwejo Ata, get out of my face. Let me see road. Jimakpla.
Do not have children. Repeat. Do not have children. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on building up your self-esteem. Focus on building the life of your dreams for yourself and by yourself. Move silently. Move quietly. Do not compromise. Do not settle. Do not sell yourself short. And do not forget that you are the prize. Do not allow anybody to gaslight you out of your decision. Believe in yourself and trust in yourself. Know that what you want is valid. And ask yourself every single time, all women need to be doing that. Am I being programmed to do that? Am I being told that this is what I'm supposed to want? Or is this a genuine want and need? When you are in your 20s, just go have fun. Do not get married. You're not missing out on anything. In your 20s, go live your life and be free. And then do everything that you want to. Do not allow any person, alien, thing to hold you back. Go be free, live without regret, and don't let anybody tie you down. Go be free.
So this is how you treat the gender that gave you God. Perhaps it's our fault for creating men that were flawed. They say that you came from the earth and we came from your rib. Can't you see your very existence was Mother Nature giving birth? Well, hold on, T. You are remixing the story. You're created by God the Father, so to him be all the glory. Indeed, all glory to the Creator. But can't you see there's an issue giving divinity earthly gender? If I call him God the Father, it's not because I believe he has a penis. It's the connotations the role of the Father has. After all, you don't have to believe this. Anyway, the power of a woman isn't only in her womb. A woman who understands her true feminine can walk in and control the room. All we had to do was whisper in the ear of kings and give their legacy life. But a stupid man now thinks he owns you when he makes you his wife. Well, go ahead, honey, I'll follow. After all, I lead from the back. Because the person in front is the person who always gets attacked. Darling, I am a portal between worlds. I bring spirits to earth. So I always respect the woman that has experienced birth, because they touch the face of death just to give us all life. For every person walking on this earth, a woman sacrificed. Okay, I've run out of rhymes, but I just want to say that just because you don't see feminine expression in the Trinity doesn't mean it's not divine. After all, for there to be a Trinity, a woman had to fall in line. That's it.
Hello, beautiful precious here. So in my last video, a lot of you mentioned clothing, which made me aware that not everyone understands what feminine energy is. Many of you also mentioned attractiveness, which may have something to do with it. However, even the most beautiful women are not operating in their feminine energy and therefore aren't receiving as many benefits. The most important aspect of femininity is actually doing your healing and getting rid of your emotional constipation and blockage so that you are not emotionally clogged and have emotional baggage, which obviously cannot be hidden even if you are looking your feminine best. Feminine women actually operate from an air of confidence and receive good things because they are not self-sabotaging and expect that good things will happen to them. Feminine women are actually great at receiving, whether that is assistance, gifts, or even compliments. Now, a few of you were coming onto my video taking things personally, but feminine women actually do not operate from a place of hostility and aggressiveness and do not take things personally and internalize it. When you are feminine, you have an air of confidence to you and feel as if the world is at your fingertips. These are women who are listening to respond and not to react, which is a privilege, especially for most Black women, because many actually operate from a place of trauma. But feminine women actually healed their trauma and let go of resentment and any other form of blockage. Feminine women do not have knee-jerk reactions or try to listen to debate, argue, or be offended, but instead have clear understandings and try to listen to respond, not to react. Femininity is about creating a life where you are not always on defense, and also creating a life where you are healing your inner child. Feminine women actually treat themselves with care and with delicacy. They do their self-care and do things that they love, so they only expect that others treat them the same. They treat themselves soft, gentle, and like a delicate flower, which is again a luxury for a lot of women of color who have not been treated that way. They'll maybe take themselves out on dates, spend time with themselves, take themselves on mini vacations, spend time with nature, spend time creating, doing activities that makes them laugh or bring them joy. Participate in activities that heightens their softness and sensuality, and do whatever else that makes them happy, and they expect others to return that same treatment.
Love this question. Great, great question. And I've got an answer for you. Feeding your feminine energy is simply to give into it. Instead of suppressing it, which is what a lot of women in their masculine energy do, we are going to answer the call. So your feminine energy is something that you're born with. Both men and women both have feminine and masculine energy. But for a woman, her feminine energy is where she thrives, and her masculine energy is where she survives, and the men is the opposite. Every woman's energy has its own unique feel, right? Its own vibe. But across the board, feminine energy has these similar characteristics, and we can begin to lean into these characteristics or take more action in these characteristics to begin to discover. It allows you to scratch the surface. And the first one I would say is creativity. That's spontaneous, that's having fun, dancing, playing, how you express yourself through, your speech, through your appearance, through your body language, right? The second one I would say is nurturing. That is self-loving. That's establishing your personal values, what your boundaries are, everything that allows you to nurture your feminine energy. And then you have intuition, where that's like feeling and being, right? That's where we thrive. We're from the neck down. That's where we thrive. Men, neck up, right? So feeling, being present in the moment, reflecting on how you feel throughout the day, really developing a sense of rapport with your inner self. Journaling is great for that, by the way. But we suppress by fear. We starve our feminine energy because of fear. Fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough. And so to begin feeding your feminine energy, you have to stop fearing your feminine energy. And for every woman that I've worked with, for every woman I've had this conversation with, where the fear comes from is through the father wounds. It's your father who gives you your sense of self-worth, self-esteem, and creates an emotional space for you to discover your feminine energy. For some women, those father wounds are obvious, and for other women, they have to really dig deep to really discover them. But they're there. We're running out of time, so let me know if you'd like me to do part 2 on healing your father wounds. Let me know in the comments below, was this helpful for you? And what other topics would you like me to cover next?
All you need to start doing is building your new life, starting today and moving forward. Wipe the slate clean. What kind of work do you want to be doing? Where do you want to be living? Who do you want to be? You start really investing in yourself. You start building. Get out of the room.
Hey ladies, if you're coming across this video, this is a sign that you will manifest everything that you want and truly desire. Imagine how you want your future to be. Show up as your best self every single day. You have to physically work towards your goals and aspirations. Always have tunnel vision. You are capable, you are resilient, you are brave.
Excuse me, can I talk to you for a minute?